Dual boilers often have a major strength. You can brew espresso and steam milk at the same time. And ideally, they also keep a stable temperature, but they often don't heat up quickly. They are rather sluggish. And in recent years, we've seen little innovation in this segment. The ECM Estetika sets standards in many areas for dual boilers, but actually for espresso machines in general. We've tested it thoroughly. We made a long video. In this video, I'll summarize the key points for you so you can quickly find out what makes the ECM Estetika so special. This espresso machine costs around 4,000 euros, and it really packs a punch. Yes, a lot of money, and when you think about how cheap espresso machines can be, it's an insane investment. But the question is, what machine are we comparing it to? What are the benchmarks? And that's where the highest price category is naturally the benchmark. We're talking about Sanremo, we're talking about La Marzocco, we're talking about these top tier machines. And the ECM Estetika really has no need to hide there, because in many areas it is not just equal but actually better. And in some of those areas it can even deliver features that we really miss on some of the top tier models that I myself have just finished mentioning. Let's start with one of the most interesting and exciting features for a dual boiler, because a heat up time of 6.5 or 7 minutes is really incredibly fast. Often with dual boilers we need 15, 20, 25 or even 40 minutes depending on the size of the different boilers. ECM achieves this with a self-developed saturated brew group with its own heating element to heat up the machine so quickly. They do this with the technology they also use in other machines like the Synchronica or the Profitec Go. They actually overshoot the target and then after about 6 minutes let you as the user cool the machine back down yourself. But the question is, how stable is the temperature after it has cooled back down? And that is exactly where the ECM Estetika really surprised us. It delivers super stable temperatures. In our KM protocol, 5 shots in a row, but also in the WBC protocol. That's 14 shots at an extremely high frequency and the temperature remains absolutely constant. The machine simply doesn't drop. We have a great standard deviation. That's really top class, putting this espresso machine right at the front. Out of all the espresso machines we've tested over the past 10 years, the machine combines all of this with really great volumetrics. And now it gets really exciting. Because you are able to control the amount precisely, this means you can set how much coffee, how much water per button with 3 buttons available will be dispensed for you. They can be programmed individually and they are consistent. We have verified this with several different tests and we can really say that the consistency is absolutely great. In our protocol, it manages to achieve almost a top score with 7 out of 10 possible points because it, even under load and even after fine or coarse adjustments, still delivers excellent results. This is so special because many other espresso machines, even dual boilers, especially from the La Marzocco family with the Micra and the Linea, don't have the volumetric function at all. But you have to go a price range higher to the GS3, which of course has great volumetrics, but costs another 3,000 euros more. The overall build quality of the machine is premium. It's robust, solid, built like an ECM. It's really a joy to use. The included accessories, the tamper, everything is of great quality. Just as we'd expect for a top-tier machine. I've already explained the most important functions for brewing espresso. The temperature is spot on, volumetrics work, the machine is consistent, and overall it's high quality. And that guarantees a really good espresso. You do not have complex brew profiling control systems, meaning you can't experiment much with flow profiles and things like that, but you get really solid, constant 9-bar rotary profiles. But with this, you can brew pretty much any coffee really well. You just won't be able to play around, experiment, and maybe squeeze out that extra nuance. To do that, you will need one of those new modern machines that give you flow profile control. Instead, the machine delivers foaming power like we could only dream of. The machine is powerful, maintaining full strength across multiple consecutive steaming cycles. it actually only takes approximately 24 seconds to bring the milk up to the desired target temperature. And it has a very powerful rotation, which means we don't need to experiment with the pitcher position at all, but we're straight into a nice rolling phase and can create really creamy milk foam this way. And as mentioned before, the performance doesn't drop. The 2-liter boiler is really enough to do many steaming processes in a row. And that also makes the machine an interesting choice for small cafes, for maybe events or club parties. You can easily serve many people in a row with coffee, cappuccino, and espresso without any hesitation. You don't have to worry, and connecting the machine to the drain is really easy. Naturally makes this process just as easy as connecting the rotary pump to the water supply. Both are key elements to be able to make coffee even under heavy use. And that's why we also give the ECM Estetika a high rating in the volume and catering capability category. That's the ECM Estetika. If this quick summary isn't enough for you, then definitely check out the full video. Over there, we go into all of the points in great detail. Read our review where you'll find everything in black and white, and also the different charts, the temperature curves, everything explained in detail. Thanks for watching the video, thanks for following the channel and being on this coffee journey with us. Have a great week everyone, drink good coffee, bye, and see you soon.